Hello, everybody. Welcome to our webinar on starting a successful immigration services business. I want to welcome all of you to our webinar today. My name is Greg McEwen. I am one of the co-founders of the organization, and I am going to be giving you the presentation today on starting a successful immigration services business. So I want to thank all of you for being in attendance, and I want to be sure that that you guys can hear me and see me okay. And also, I just want to let you guys know that today's training webinar is going to be really kind of hopefully a more interactive webinar, getting you guys involved, and I want to definitely hear from everybody who is on the training session today. Go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and just start out by just making sure that you guys can hear me and see me okay. Just want to make sure before we start getting into our training presentation that all of our technical capabilities are up and running just fine. So if you guys could go ahead and on your little control panel under the question section, the little messenger, just if you can hear and see me okay, just type a big yes would be perfect. Okay, perfect. A little bit of a delay there in having them come in, but yes, it looks like we have definitely some good tech going on today. So again, thank you so much, and welcome everybody. So we're going to get into right into it. We won't waste any time. I hope that that you guys have a pencil and paper or pen and paper handy. I would also ask that you guys close down your email or your Facebook, any sort of social media. I really want to make sure that that I get your full attention. We've got a very informative and I think a very exciting opportunity to share with you guys. And so let's go ahead and get started. And again, before we do, maybe if I could also just get a little bit of an idea of where you guys are coming from. Which city and state are you guys coming from? I know we've got quite a number of you on today. Usually we have people from all over the country, but I like to get a little bit of an idea of where our attendees are located. And by the way, welcome Ernst, welcome Melvin, welcome Sylvia, welcome Alex, welcome Ernesto, welcome Maria. Looks like we've got Alex from DFW, Texas, Ernst from Royal Palm Beach, Florida. We've got Maria from Las Vegas, Nevada. We've got Sylvia from Los Angeles, California. Don't be shy, everybody. Let us know. Let us know how you're doing. And again, welcome everybody. Welcome Ernst, Melvin, Alex, Maria, Sylvia, Ernesto. Welcome Albert. Albert's coming to us from Chicago, Illinois. Welcome Melvin from Idaho. So it looks like we have a little bit of a variety. That's fantastic. Also, one of the things I'd also like to get a feel for is how many of you guys are providing your customers or clients, how many of you guys are providing services currently? Services such as insurance or tax preparation, real estate, notary public. Can you give me a little bit of an idea whether or not you are doing that? And if so, which services are you providing to your community members now? So Alex, tax prep and notary. Sylvia, insurance. Very good, Sylvia. Melvin is doing English classes. Awesome, Melvin. That's a great opportunity right there. We've got Alfredo doing insurance and taxes. Ernst doing taxes and notary. And citizenship. Melvin's doing citizenship classes as well. Awesome. Awesome. And then Ernst is doing tax and notary. Alfredo's doing insurance. Good. So a little bit of a variety here. Is anybody not doing any services right now? Maybe you're just a teacher or you're a fireman or something completely unrelated. Looks like most of you are actually kind of in the services business, so that's awesome. And then very last question I have, everybody, is can you give me whether or not you guys are doing any sort of immigration document preparation services currently? Are you guys off, any of you, with just a yes or no? Are you offering any immigration document preparation services currently? Ernst, yes. And Ernst, how long? How many years of experience? Alex is doing, yes, simple forms. And how about the rest of you? Sylvia's no. Alberto, no, not yet, but want to learn. You got it, Alberto. Ernst, wow, about 15 years. Wow. And then Alex, 1 year. And then, and for any of you that are doing, or offering immigration forms now, are you guys using any sort of a software platform to offer those forms? Welcome, Sean. Sean has a one-stop financial center, auto home health, life, and retirement planning. Nice work, Sean. Sean, where are you coming from? What city and state? And then Sean Lee, Ping A Insurance Center. Okay, the great LA. Awesome, awesome. Love LA. Born and raised in LA, but you know what? The US is great. So I don't want to make it sound like the rest of the country isn't just as good. So yes, Los Angeles is awesome, but gosh, there are so many awesome, awesome places across the US. So we really have a mix. Nice. Ping A is the biggest financial company in China. Nice. Welcome again, Sean. So perfect, everybody. Good. So that gives me a little bit of an idea, just kind of where you guys are coming from, different parts of the country, what you guys are doing with regards to current services that you're offering your community members. And again, I think that for those of you, those of you that are currently offering immigration document preparation services, or for those of you that are kind of brand new, I hope the training today is going to be very informative for you. I'm pretty certain that it will be. You'll learn a lot about our organization, some of the special things that we're doing, the movement that we're creating across the United States. Again, I'm just so excited and so honored to be part of this amazing group of people. And I'll get into a little bit more about our background and what have you as we get started. So as you can see, the starting of our webinar, we talk about starting a successful immigration services business and why the time to start is now. So there's already many of you who are already in the business, which is fantastic. Hopefully you guys are seeing an increase in business. I'm sure that you are, but we know that we have a new presidential administration in place. This new administration has definitely more of a hardline view on a lot of immigration-related policies. And we know also that now more than ever before in recent history, immigrants need knowledgeable and trusted professionals. Certainly we see immigrant communities all across the United States that are more concerned and in many cases more fearful now than they have been in recent history. And we know that that, of course, is due to the change in our political climate. So we'll talk a little bit about that again as we kind of proceed and get into more of our training presentation. By the way, also, if you guys have any questions, again, I really want this to be a dialogue, not so much a monologue. So I encourage you guys, if you guys have any questions or even comments that you would like to, to present, just please feel free. Go ahead and again, feel free to post questions or comments as we're going along. Expect that we should go about 1 hour today. We're going to get into a lot of detail. We're going to cover a lot of different areas. So again, I think we're going to hopefully be pretty thorough, but I would definitely love to have your input as well. So you guys have probably already figured out, most of you, that the toolbar is where you can start asking questions. Just type in any questions that you've got, any comments that you've got. If I don't see it right away, it's probably just that I want to kind of finish on the thought process or kind of on what I'm talking about, but just be patient. I'm sure I do kind of monitor the questions and answers session throughout the training, and so I will get to you. So everybody, I hope that particularly the individuals that are not offering services right now, one of the common goals in people that are not offering services is that, you are going to learn how to make $200 to $750 per application as an immigration consultant. That's definitely one of the goals of our training webinar today. And then my goal really is for everybody that's on the training webinar today, really my goal is that you will walk away from this training, this 1 hour training, with more information than you came with. And also my goal is that particularly you can make a decision whether getting involved with our organization is something that makes sense for you. We hope to answer that question fully by the end of the training. And then also whether getting involved in our training workshops is going to be something that that makes sense for you and that will be a good fit for you. My goal overall is that you come away with being able to answer those questions at the end of our training. If you stay until the end of the training, again, we'll go about 1 hour. I have a couple of very special bonuses for you, and these will be very valuable. And again, stay till the end, and I'll announce those at the very end of our training. So I want to give you a little bit of, just a little bit of background regarding the founding members of our organization. The organization was founded by two individuals, myself and a 25-year friend of mine. Again, my name is Greg McEwen. My current role with the organization is executive director, and I also get involved in a lot of the management of our outreach, client outreach, community outreach, and as well a lot of getting involved in working with our students and members and working behind the scenes, particularly in the area of our digital marketing and other areas. Andre Urena, again, was the original co-founding member, and I'll share with you a little bit about Andre's background as well. So I've been a business owner, entrepreneur, and community advocate for the last 25 years of my life. My first company I started 25 years ago, and that company still exists today. It's called Infinity Schools. I'm the founder and CEO, and it's also, of course, known as infinityschools.com. And infinityschools.com, what we do with that company is we provide online continuing education and online pre-licensed training classes to insurance and tax professionals. And over the past 25 years, we have served more than 250,000 students all across the nation. So my community that I have worked with in terms of business people and entrepreneurs for the last 25 years of my career has been working with insurance and tax professionals, enrolled agents and CPAs, everybody that is in that type of service community. I started, before founding Infinity Schools, I was in the insurance business for about 10 years. And over the last 25 years, I've also done about 12 different companies, I think, to date. and several of them have also been in the insurance retail business. So I'm also the co-founder of two different insurance agencies, Game Changer Insurance and Toro Plus. Those both dealt with retail and tax services. I'm also a business consultant. I've worked with large retail insurance agencies such as Survival Insurance. And also I've worked as a business consultant in terms of doing strategy, branding, and digital marketing. And again, I've been involved as a community advocate in my community of Los Angeles, California for more than 25 years. And I've held several leadership and executive roles, as well as working with community outreach programs. So a little bit about Andre. Again, Andre and I go back more than 25 years. He was the original co-founding member with myself of the organization. Andre also had a background in insurance. That's how we met originally. He started one of his many claims to fame or success was starting a business called Oasis Insurance. It was a retail agency. Andre started with one location. He built it up to 38 stores. And then at that point, he attracted some Wall Street investment funding companies that ultimately acquired him. They brought Andre on board to head mergers and acquisitions. And then Andre and that team went on to build out over 700 locations nationwide. And they acquired one of the largest agencies called Freeway Insurance as part of their teamwork process. Andre left that organization approximately 10 years ago or so and began getting involved in some other ventures. Andre also has worked as a business consultant. He's also a creative sort. He's involved in a few different arenas, including an online marketing company or digital platform, I should say, called Musica Roots, which showcases particularly entertainers and artists and musicians in the Latino space. And Andre is also the current Costa Rican Trade Commissioner for the Southwest region of the United States. Andre has since moved on to some other ventures in the financial arena, in fintech and Bitcoin. And so he stayed involved, but he's working on some other projects now. And I've continued to kind of move our movement forward. So a little bit about our organization, the LAIA. Again, we're known as Latin American Immigration Association. We were founded 3.5 years ago with on the principle of keeping families together. Over that period of time, we have become the #1 immigration trade association in the nation that provides advocacy and networking and training and support to predominantly non-attorney immigration practitioners. So the immigration, really what's known as immigration consultants or immigration document preparers. We also do, of course, welcome other immigration professionals. We have many other professionals as part of our organization, including immigration attorneys and also nonprofit organizations. So our organization really has 5 main missions in place. #1 is that we're very passionate advocates for comprehensive immigration reform. #2, that we provide education and training to this very important industry through our national training seminars and workshops. We do those in a live classroom as well as a live online workshop. #3, again, is we are a professional trade association, and we provide our students with valuable membership benefits that they can be a part of that can help them in terms of all different aspects of running their immigration document preparation business. Also, we lobby on behalf of immigration consultants. There are some states where immigration consultants have come in under a target, so to speak. Recently, California was one of those states, and our organization, along with a coalition of others, played a very important role this past year in knocking down some legislation that was targeting immigration consulting industry. And then also, we are a very big advocate for eventually seeing national recognition of immigration consultants in the same manner. My vision is one day I would like to see immigration consultants treated with the same respect and recognition that other professionals such as insurance and tax preparation and real estate. Really, I see a day where, where becoming an immigration consultant, you'll have to go through that same process. And again, eventually we would like to be part of that effort. And we can make that effort happen, providing that we band together and we unite, a massive group of immigration professionals from all across the nation. And that's really one of our missions. So our community, the LAIA community, we're a community about people helping people with valuable and needed immigration consulting services. And we really serve all cultures, all ethnicities. Our organization is multicultural, and our students and our members come from all over the world. So it's just not Latinos, but definitely we have many, almost every other culture that you could imagine. Our organization really is a microcosm of the United States, and that's how what we definitely want to see it. And again, I'm very proud and humbled to have worked with over 1,500 of you since our inception about 3.5 years ago. This is one of the many classes that we have taught across the nation. This is a special class that we had in Miami, Florida. So again, more than 1,500 students to date from all walks of life, all cultures, and all ethnicities with one common purpose, and that is we support comprehensive immigration reform efforts, and we love helping out our clients and community members with valuable and needed immigration services. You can see in a lot of our photos, we're holding up the #1 sign, and that #1 sign, what we actually mean is we are immigration crusaders. And really that's kind of part of what we'd like to do, is to really bring these valuable services to our community members and clients. So let's talk about just a little bit about who this training today is for. Really, there's a few different areas. So #1, if many of you guys fit into this category where you have an existing business and you would like to add immigration consulting services to your existing business. For those of you that maybe are not in business yet, maybe this is going to be your first business that you're going to start. And so this would be to start a standalone business as an immigration consultant. Some of you may be looking to get vocational training. Maybe you'd like to work for either an immigration law firm or an immigration attorney as an immigration assistant, or maybe eventually go down the road to becoming an immigration paralegal. Also, you may be looking to work for a nonprofit organization offering immigration services. So again, the ability to get vocational training to work for a nonprofit. Some of you may even be here just to learn how to prepare your own forms, or maybe to learn how to prepare forms for your family members or friends. So this training will really be an ideal fit for any of the individuals that fall into any of these 6 categories. And by the way, thank you, Melvin. Melvin commented, "Great, good job in doing that." Melvin, thank you so much. Much appreciated. And again, without good people like you guys, with good people like you guys, it makes it much more possible to have a voice in this very important time. So let's talk a little bit about the immigration services industry. The immigration services industry, as I began discovering just 3.5 short years ago, is a huge multi-billion-dollar industry. And I really I took a great amount of interest as I started looking at how the industry was set up, who the different players are, how applications ultimately get submitted to the government. And again, it's just been a great adventure in learning this, because it's so interesting to see how things work. But these are really, in terms of the way that immigration applications get submitted to the USCIS, these are really the 5 methodologies in which applications get submitted. And the number of applications that are submitted each year to the USCIS is millions and millions and millions. And I'm going to share with you some statistics about the marketplace as well. But here's ultimately how those millions of applications get submitted to USCIS. Number one, self-directed. People do it themselves. They go to the USCIS website, they download the application, they download the instructions, and then they try to figure out this very complicated process of submitting an immigration application. So people do it. We don't necessarily recommend it because it is confusing and it is complicated, and we really believe that they need to be guided through the process with an immigration practitioner. Number two is, of course, immigration attorneys. These are a very wanted and needed part of the process, without a doubt. There are many individuals that absolutely must seek the services of an immigration attorney. So again, that's the second area of the industry. Number three is immigration consultants. Okay, so these are non-attorney practitioners who are providing non-legal services, basically acting as guides to guide people through the process of the immigration document preparation process. Then nonprofit organizations, so many unbelievable and great nonprofits doing great work all across the country. Some of them are churches, some of them are just private organizations. But again, a very much wanted and needed part of the industry. And then also the newest area is what is known as web-based platforms. In other words, doing it online. As we know, everybody, technology is changing, right? We've seen technology changing our world in so many huge ways over the last several years, right? So, you know, companies like Uber, which is, you know, definitely disrupted completely the transportation and taxi cab industry. And of course, we're going to see that kind of disruption as well in many industries across the board. And so web-based platforms are beginning to disrupt the immigration industry. Think of TurboTax or think of, gosh, what's the other big online company that does forms? Gosh, I can't think of it right now off the top of my head. So there's another big online company that really that offers LegalZoom, there you go. So LegalZoom.com, right? So LegalZoom is an opportunity for us as the general public, you know, to get low-cost services to file a corporation or an LLC or what have you. And again, they were a disruptor. Many attorneys don't like that company, but you know, again, times change. So these, again, the five channels in terms of the current channels of our immigration services industry. So let's talk a little bit about, for those of you that just want a little bit more of a clear definition or an idea of what an immigration consultant is. An immigration consultant is someone who is trained to provide, again, non-legal assistance with the completion and submission of immigration forms per USCIS specifications. Okay. Different states use different terms to describe immigration consultants. So in California, we call them immigration consultants. Other states refer to them as immigration assistance providers, immigration document preparers, certified document preparers, or other similar names depending upon the state. Okay. It's also important to know that immigration document preparers are not attorneys and cannot provide legal advice. To do so would be a violation of law, known as the unauthorized practice of law. Also, in several states, I think about 10 or 12, there are state regulations that are known as a registration process, where the state has a state registration process that is required before somebody offers immigration consulting services. And those states currently include Arizona, California, Georgia, Illinois, Maryland, Maine, Michigan, Minnesota, Nevada, New York, Oklahoma, South Carolina, and Utah. Also, there are several states I believe at this time, that prohibit immigration consultants. These states include Colorado, Oregon, Texas, and Washington. I noted that we had at least one person in from Texas. So just kind of an FYI, if you are on the training webinar and you are in one of these 4 states, just know that your state at this time prohibits independent immigration consultants. So with regards to this training webinar, you basically are going to be looking at it from a little bit of a different angle. Maybe you're going to be seeking training potentially to work with an immigration law firm, work with an immigration attorney, potentially look at the area of becoming what's known as BIA accredited, which would be a nonprofit status, or you could certainly view all of the training and all of the peripheral material for your informational purposes. But usually from those states, what we usually see most often is people that are either going to be partnering up and working under the direction of a immigration law firm, or they're looking to become their own nonprofit organization. Okay, so also important to know that many immigration consultants also offer additional what we call peripheral services, such as translation services, criminal background checks, including what's known as FOIAs, which is the Freedom of Information Act. And also in some states, you may offer either fingerprinting services or digital fingerprinting services, which are known as live scan services. So this is, again, kind of the profile of an immigration consultant. So let's switch gears a little bit, everybody, and let's talk about the immigration consulting or immigration document preparation from a business opportunity standpoint. And why would you want to offer these services? We've identified at least 13 reasons, and we'll cover them now. So number 1, it's a wanted and needed service. Again, millions and millions of applications are submitted to the USCIS each year, making this a multi-billion-dollar industry. 2, many of you are already trusted advisors with an existing book of business. And so you have already clients that like you and trust you. Many of those clients may be from an immigrant community, and you can help them with this valuable service. Number 3 is you would be helping clients and community members with valuable services. Number 4, you have the ability to increase your business revenues. Number 5, you can increase your profitability. Number 6, and this one is huge, by offering more valuable services to your clients, you're going to increase that retention. Customers will stick with you longer, of course, if you're providing them with 2 or 3 different services as opposed to just one. Number 7, immigration consulting is a great return on your investment. Only a couple of $1,000s to get started, and you have the ability to earn $20,000, $40,000, $80,000 or more with a good, solid immigration consulting practice. Number 8, you have the ability to add additional revenues by offering fingerprinting, live scan, criminal background checks, or translation services. Number 9, and this one is huge, you're able to offer services your competition does not have. Number 10, it's a year-round income opportunity. Number 11, a large growth potential. Number 12, low customer acquisition cost. And number 13, you will be well positioned and ready for future immigration reform programs that may be introduced sometime in the near future. And as we all know, we have right now a battle going on with regards to coming up with a program for our dreamers, for America's dreamers. You know, nearly 800,000 of our young people that are currently protected under the program known as DACA. And so hopefully we will see sometime soon a program that that is offered for our DACA recipients. Let's see. I want to there was a question that came in. Oh, Melvin, yes. So Melvin asked me, I ask questions during the seminar, or do I wait until the end? So again, Melvin, you're free to ask questions during the seminar, and as soon as I see that question at the most early time that I can, I'll go on and answer that. So if you've got a question now, I'll go on and shoot it out, and I'll be happy to answer it for you, providing that I know the answer. If not, I'll definitely try to point you in the right direction. And then Alex, you already have a nonprofit in place. That's awesome, Alex. Thank you for that. Let's see. Melvin is asking, are consultant professional immigration services approved by immigration? I'm not really exactly sure what you're asking, Melvin. I think what you're asking is, are consultants approved by the USCIS? So the answer would be no. Is that the way immigration consulting works? Is the regulations and the laws vary state by state, right? So which state are you in, Melvin? You're in Idaho. So I'm going to say, and just please everybody understand that I am not an attorney, and nothing that we are covering on our training today is meant to be conveyed as providing you any legal advice. Okay. In terms of the regulations in Idaho, I'm unaware of any restrictions, but what you would want to do is you would want to check with your state just to be on the safe side, right? Because again, regulations are a little bit different in all 50 states. I've outlined the regulations that as of today's date, as we kind of know it, the states that have a registration program, the 4 states that are prohibited. But again, Melvin, you want to go ahead and double check your guidelines. But I believe in Idaho, again, to my knowledge, that you should be fine. That you just need to be sure that you are not providing legal advice. But again, you want to make sure that everyone needs to be making sure that they do their own due diligence with regards to kind of verifying the exact laws and regulations in your state. Okay, I hope that helps, Melvin. Okay, so let's get into the 5 categories of immigration forms. So there are basically 5 main areas: family-based, employment-based, humanitarian, citizenship, and then all others. So let's now talk about the opportunity from a marketplace standpoint. How much demand is there for immigration services? Well, let's try to look at some of those facts and figures. So before I get into actual statistics, let me just ask you guys a question. Do you guys think that this man has increased or decreased the demand and the need for immigration document preparation services? Do you think he has increased or decreased the market demand? What is your guys' feelings on that? What do you think, everybody? Has demand increased under Trump, or has demand decreased under Trump? There we go. Increased. Increased. Alberto, increased. Sean, increased. Should increase. Ernst, increased. Melvin, increased. Alex, increased. So guess what, everybody? I think, hey, what my opinion is absolutely the demand has increased, and not only from my opinion, but, I know hundreds of immigration consultants from all over the United States, and they are consistently, giving the same information, as well as immigration attorneys. I know many, many immigration attorneys that are also part of our network I'm friends with. And again, business in the immigration services and arena is definitely, I would say, on the rise. And I'll give you, again, actual statistics so we could take a look at how those statistics, or what those statistics are, I should say. So again, referring to demand. So how much demand is there for services? Let's just look at a few statistics. So one, immigration population we know is steadily growing. According to the US Census Bureau, more than 40 million individuals currently living in the US are born in a foreign country. Number two, the Department of Homeland Security estimates that there are over 13.3 legal permanent residents currently living in the United States, and of those, 8.8 million are eligible for US citizenship. So that's the statistic, and this is just on one particular area. This is regarding individuals who are legal permanent residents, the estimated number that are currently eligible for US citizenship, and that is known as the N400 application. And I'm sure that there are several of you now that are offering services, are helping people with those N400 applications, and that's awesome, awesome work, because now is the time. If I was a legal permanent resident, I tell you what, under this administration, I wouldn't be waiting any longer. I would know that now is the time for me to transition from legal permanent resident to American citizen, because the future is unknown. We don't know what's going to happen, and I don't think I'd be willing to take that chance, and I certainly wouldn't recommend any of my friends or family or clients to take that chance either. So let's look at now the number of applications submitted to USCIS. Let's just look at the last 3 years, folks. So in 2015, there were 7.2 million applications submitted. That number grew by over 800,000 applications in 2016. The number is over 8 million applications. And then last year, 2017, we had another increase of more than 500,000 applications for a total number of 8.5 million applications submitted in 2017. These statistics are taken directly from the government website, uscis.org. So these aren't figures that we make up. These come straight from the government, everybody. So now let's look at another figure coming straight from USCIS. Let's talk about the some of the most common applications, the most common services that you can provide your clients and community members with. So all of these forms would represent forms that are typically offered by immigration consultants. So the I-130 family petitions, last year, over 914,000 applications were submitted, nearly 1 million applications. The I-485 adjustment of status, over 365,000 applications. The I-765, the application for work permit, over 2.3 million applications. The I-821D DACA renewals, 472,000. The N400 applications for citizenship, nearly 1 million individuals applied for citizenship last year, not over 975,000. The I-90 over 872,000, and the I-131 application for travel over 416,000. So this is the piece of the pie that we're going to train you how to get, everybody. There's again, on the average year, last year we seen over 8.5 million applications, and one of our big missions is to teach people how to really become a professional immigration document preparer and really provide solutions to the needs that their clients and community members have regarding applying for an immigration benefit. So let's take a look at now, how much can you make in the immigration services business as an immigration consultant or document preparer? These are just some of the surveys that we've done on members that are part of our organization, getting an idea typically of what prices they charge for various services. So just before I touch bases a little bit more on this, just understand that I'm going to just kind of provide a disclaimer on this. These examples, these pricing examples, are based upon general surveys. I'm sharing these for illustrative purposes only. You must compare pricing in your territory, your community, to develop a fair pricing model. And number two, that any earnings examples that we share are, again, just for illustrative purposes only. Of course, they are not guaranteed. Earnings of any type will be based upon your actual volume of clients that you serve. So again, let's look at the typical fees that are being charged currently in today's market. The application for work permit, anywhere from 100 to 200. The I-751 application to remove conditions from 2 to 300. The N-400 citizenship applications from 2 to 300. The I-130, the family petition, from $500 to $750. The I-485, the adjustment of status, from $1,200 to $1,500, and then the I-130 with a package where it's packaged together with multiple different applications. So a common combination could be an I-130 and an I-485, and that could range from $1,500 to $1,800. So you can see, depending upon the number of clients that you could be assisting on a monthly basis, you could earn $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, up to $12,000 or more. I can definitely tell you that my experiences with the hundreds of consultants that I've worked with all across the country, earnings really can vary based upon really how big do you want to grow your business, right? It really kind of amounts to how big do you want to grow your business. So everybody, if you guys are thinking now, Greg, you know what? I'm really starting to get an idea of the magnitude of the opportunity. Understanding that demand is high, the timing is right, the future is big, and of course, more importantly than anything, is that I will be helping my clients and community members, providing that I have the knowledge and expertise to perform these duties properly. And that's really what our organization is all about, is providing a network and an advocacy organization, but as well as making sure that we provide you guys with solid expert training on the proper procedures so that you can offer these services competently, legally, and ethically. So before I go any further, everybody, I just want to ask a question, and I really want to get permission from you in terms of getting presenting this part of our training. So I would like to tell you guys and show you guys a little bit more about another component of our organization, which is the live training workshops that we offer. But before I really get into that, I just want to really ask your permission. Is it okay with you guys if I begin to switch gears a little bit and now start talking about our training programs? Would that be okay with you guys? Okay, perfect. Yes, yes. Ernst, yes, sir. Alex, yes. Melvin, yes. Okay, good. Thank you, everybody. I just, before I switch gears, I just want to make sure that that is going to be okay with you guys. So I'm going to go on and switch gears a little bit, and let's talk a little bit about the training workshops that our organization provides. So these are our live training classes, our live training workshops. We do them either in an online environment or we do them in a live classroom environment. I'm going to provide you some details on what those classes and workshops are all about. So we have basically a 3-day training workshop. Again, they're all brought to you live. They're done by our expert instructor team. We have an expert in the area of immigration, and then also expertise in the area of business development. So this is kind of what our typical workshop looks like. This is what our existing structure looks like on our upcoming workshop. So it's a 3-day program. Day 1 and day 2 is how to start a successful immigration services business, what we call the essentials. And you're going to learn 14 immigration forms. You're going to learn about immigration law. You're going to learn about procedures, best practices. You're going to learn about the state registration packages, the state registration process. You're going to learn about the intake process, determining whether that client is someone you can help in the first 10 or 15 minutes, or whether that client needs to be referred to an immigration attorney. Then you're going to learn the proper form completion, how to properly assemble your package with the supplemental documentation. And then, of course, avoiding the unauthorized practice of law and much, much more. On day 3, we're going to get into the morning session. We're going to get into a more advanced training covering Form 601A, which is known as the Provisional Unlawful Presence Waiver. And then in the afternoon, we're going to get into how do you grow this business? How do you succeed on a financial level? And how do you bring your message best to your clients and community members? So this is really the business development. And also we're going to get into introduction of digital marketing. So just to give you a little background on the Instructor team, our immigration expert, at least one of our experts, her name is Renee Flowers. Renee is a certified paralegal specializing in immigration document preparation. Renee, over the last 7 years, has personally assisted in the completion of over 2,000 immigration applications, and she has served and trained under 4 different immigration law firms. She really is an expert, and not only that, she has been teaching immigration document preparers for over 2 years as an expert instructor, and also she's an expert in the area of content development. Renee is based in Los Angeles, California. So Renee teaches everything pertaining to the forms and immigration law and the process of really the standard operating procedures and best practices of immigration document preparation. And then I focus on the business development side. So again, I use my experience with founding over 10 companies in a variety of different areas, including insurance, tax preparation, online training technology, and industry trade associations. And again, my role currently as executive director, I'm involved not only with our students and members, but I also work with our digital marketing team behind the scenes and help them in managing over 800,000 subscribers and our current monthly email campaigns in excess of 1.2 million monthly emails that we send each and every month. And also I work with a variety of different team members on our whole overall strategy, digital marketing strategy, which includes our website development, our Facebook ad campaigns, developing our content marketing, and again, overseeing the membership benefits and support. So this is a breakdown of our day 1 and day 2. I'm not going to get into it, but it's very substantial in terms of what we cover. This is our day 1 training. Again, you'll be able to look at this in a bit more detail if you'd like on our website, and I'll provide that for you at the end of the training. This is what day 1 looks like, and then this is what day 2 looks like. Again, we get into some very, very thorough areas, including how to package your application. We get into counselor processing. We get into the green card process. When you need to file an unlawful presence waiver. And then we get into, of course, the step-by-step on many different applications, including, the I-130s, replacement of green cards, and again, many, many others. So you can, again, look at the full agenda on our website if you'd like to look at it in more detail. This is our day 3 session. This is our morning session. Again, the advanced training on the Provisional Unlawful Presence Waiver, Form 601A, and then the afternoon, business development and the introduction of digital marketing to take your tax, insurance, and immigration business to the next level. And part of that training will end up Sunday afternoon with a step-by-step tutorial on setting up your very first email marketing campaign. So let's take a look at what you get in our 3-day training program. You get the requirements and procedures of becoming an immigration consultant. It's a $399 value. You're going to learn the top 14 forms that you can provide as an immigration consultant. That's a $699 value. You're going to learn the intake questionnaire process, determine which clients you can help and which clients will need to be serviced by an immigration attorney. A $99 value. You're going to learn legal advice versus legal information and avoiding the unauthorized practice of law, $199 value. You're going to learn the process of visas, green cards, and adjustment of status, $299 value. Admissibility versus inadmissibility, $199. The supporting documentation that's required with applications, a $99 value. Proper form completion, assembly and submission of forms to the USCIS, a $199 value. You're going to learn how to draft your cover letter, your table of contents, and you're going to learn the most important tips to avoid possible USCIS rejections, a $199 value. You're going to learn about how to price your services, some surveying that we'll get into, $199 value. You're going to learn the advanced class on doing the unlawful presence provisional waiver. That waiver in itself, once you learn how to do that in conjunction with an immigration attorney, you could charge typically $3,000 or $4,000 for that one service. That typically, if somebody sees exclusively an immigration attorney, typically an immigration attorney for a provisional waiver will charge anywhere from $6,000 to $12,000. Okay, and then the final element is the business development and digital marketing training. That's a $299 value. So your total value on our training, on our 3-day training program, $3,000, over $3,300 in terms of the value of that training platform, training program. Okay, but folks, I can give you some good news. And the good news is, even though that we have a value of in excess of $3,300, we are not going to charge you $3,300 for our training workshop. We want to make this investment of training available to you as easily as possible. And so we are going to offer that training to you for just $1,385. That is going to be our live classroom training workshop. And then with regards to our online training workshop, if you prefer to do the training online, then again, that online is done in a live platform. So it's not a recording, it's not an online class that you just push the play button and get no interaction or no involvement. That is brought to you as a live training session, what we call our virtual live classroom. And again, only $1,185 for the online version. But folks, in addition to that, we have a couple of different bonuses for you as well that I promised you at the beginning of our session. Bonus number one is going to be the complimentary immigration training manual that you receive doing either class. That manual is over 275 pages and will really act as a great tool as you're going through the training, as well as a reference manual once you've completed the course. And that's $199 value. And then bonus number two is I'm going to provide for those of you who get registered within our opportunity period, I'm going to offer everybody who registers within that opportunity period a 1-hour personal consulting and strategy phone call. And I will spend 1 hour with you learning about your business, seeing what your assets are in terms of your marketing materials, website, brochures, your location, right? Getting an idea exactly what kind of services that you're offering, who your demographic is, whether you have a retail space or you're doing it as a home-based business. So you get 1 hour of personal consulting, and that's a $200 value. So let's just again review in terms of what you're going to get. So the requirements and procedures, $399, the top 14 forms, $699, the intake questionnaire, $99, legal advice versus legal information, $199, the visa, green cards, and status, the admissibility and inadmissibility, the supporting documentation, the proper form completion, the cover letter, table of contents, the pricing your services, the advanced class, the unlawful provisional waiver, Again, everybody, one case that you could charge $3,000 to $4,000 on one single case doing a provisional waiver. The business and digital marketing training. I guarantee you that I'm going to share with you guys just in about a 3 to 4 hour period on the business development and digital marketing training. That program, I believe, is going to be instrumental in taking your business to another level. And then the immigration training manual, again, $199 value. The 1 hour personal consulting and strategy call, $200 value. So with your bonuses, everybody, you're looking at a total value of over $3,700 for the workshop. That we absolutely, we see that value is absolutely there. But what I'd like to do right now is I'd like to kind of have you guys think about something, and I'd like to ask everybody a question. And just think about this for a moment, everybody, because it really doesn't matter what we believe the value of our training workshop to be. What really matters is what you believe the value of our training that I just outlined for you and what you believe that value is, right? But I just want to ask you a question to think about for a moment. If all our training did was to make it possible for you to earn just an extra $1,000 or $2,000 in part-time income, would our training program be worth it? Okay, so everybody just think about that. For those of you that are looking to add additional revenue, right, by helping people with something very, very important, what would it mean to you guys? What would it mean to you guys to be able to earn another $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month part-time? What would you do with that extra money? You know, would you start saving that extra money? You know, maybe you could put it aside. Maybe one of your goals is to start putting some money aside for your children's college fund. I know for me, that was a huge thing. I was in a, predicament where, I wasn't putting any money aside for my kids in college. And again, figuring out more things in business and learning how to, ultimately grow my business, I was able to produce additional revenue and then start accomplishing that goal. Some of you might want to, move to a different area. Maybe go from renting a place to purchasing a home, or purchasing a different home, a nicer home than the one you're in currently, or maybe just getting a new car or taking a vacation, right? We all have different desires of what it is that we would like to do and what we would like to achieve, right? So let me ask you, if all our training did, everybody, was give you now the bigger realization, right? Now that I've kind of am sharing with you guys that, this is a business that has been, I believe, one of the best kept secrets in the services industry. And that's why you don't see a lot of organizations or a lot of schools that offer this type of training. I believe that with all my heart. The reason that you don't see that is because the people that are the experts at this, predominantly immigration attorneys, they're not really interested in sharing these secrets with individuals that can basically duplicate the work that they do. So it's kind of like, again, what I call the best kept secret. But you guys are now starting to realize the magnitude of the opportunity. So if all our training did was help you realize and put you in a position to where you could really start earning a more substantial income than just part-time, where you could earn an extra $5,000, $6,000, $10,000, $12,000 a month, then I ask you, would the training class be worth it? If all our training did was help to regularly help your clients and community members achieve their dreams of becoming American citizens. So for those of you that are not offering services right now, and now you become an immigration document preparer, and now you're actually helping your clients or members of your community who are here, who've been here for many years, and they're legal permanent residents, and you are the one that helps them transition from legal permanent resident to American citizen, how rewarding would that be for you guys? Because now you're talking about really changing somebody's life. You're not talking about just selling them an insurance policy or just helping them out with their taxes, right? You're talking about assisting somebody to achieve, I think, what for many people is an American dream, and that's to become an American citizen. If all our training did was to help you help members of your community, would it be worth it? And then lastly, last question for you, for those of you that really are looking for an opportunity, looking for a business to call your own, achieve the dream of entrepreneurship and owning your own business. If all our training did was to help you to become your own boss so that you could start your own business and begin to take control of your own destiny, would the cost of the training be worth it? And I want you guys, that is something I want you guys to ponder, and you guys make a determination whether you feel that the training at the value that we offer it is worth that value. So again, is it worth it? Would it be worth to invest in yourself to learn how to become a knowledgeable expert as an immigration document preparer? Whether you're doing whether you're offering services for 1 year or 5 years or 10 years, I can tell you that 99.9% of every student that's ever taken our training in the last 3.5 years, all across the country, our ratings are, I believe, if you go to our Facebook community group, you'll hear from our actual students and our members, and I believe our rating is 4.9 out of 5, right? I will believe that you will hear from people, even those people that have been doing this for 5 and 10 years, that have ranked our training experience as a 4.9 or a 5 out of 5, okay? So our live classroom, only $13.85. Our live online training, just $11.85. Here are our upcoming dates and locations. We're going to be doing a live online training session on March 16th, 17th, and 18th. And then our live classroom training is going to be in Los Angeles, March 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, the Holiday Inn Express near Los Angeles International Airport. Then we'll be in Miami, Florida on March 30th, 31st, and April 1st at the Regency Hotel in Miami. Again, very airport convenient. And then lastly, we will be in New York, New York at the end of April, April 27th, 28th, and 29th. Again, very airport friendly location at the Holiday Inn Express. So in terms of our special offer, here's the only catch, everybody. You must register today if you would like to receive bonus number 2, the free 1-hour consulting and strategy call. If you want to receive that additional bonus of the 1-hour consulting and strategy call, then we must get your registration today, okay? But we're going to make that a bit easier for you in terms of making that decision, and we're going to make it as easy as we can. And all that we will require for you guys to reserve your seat and reserve that bonus will be just obtaining a $300 deposit, which will secure your registration and your bonus. So again, here's the value, the requirements and procedures to become a consultant, the top 14 forms, the intake questionnaire, avoiding the unauthorized practice of law, visas, green cards, and status, admissibility versus inadmissibility, supporting documentation, proper form completion, cover letter, avoiding the USCIS rejections, pricing your services, the advanced waiver class, the business development, digital marketing training, the training manual, and the 1-hour personal strategy and consulting call valued of over $3,700, $13.85 for the classroom, $11.85 for the online, okay? So for those of you that want to go on and get registered, secure that bonus, you could do that. You could register online with us at www.latinimmigration.org. We would prefer to speak with you personally. Our team is available and ready now So for those of you that are going to take the next step forward, please contact us directly. You'll either speak to Fabian or Adrian, two members of our team that will help you with onboarding and securing your registration and bonus. And you can contact us at 855-558-8470. Again, 855-558-8470. Okay. And then final note before I kind of switch gears and open up for any questions that that you guys might have is take an opportunity, please, to do two things. We want your support. We need your support. If you guys are in the immigration services business, or if you guys are just what I call immigration crusaders, if you want to stand up for the rights that I believe are being taken away from our immigrants every day in this new presidential administration, please become part of our effort. Become part of our Facebook. Go to our website, go to our Facebook, do a search. It's Latin American Immigration Association, and show your support. Like our page. This way you'll get keep informed on all of our feeds talking about everything related to immigration. And again, we encourage you to, if you want to learn how to excel in this business and start networking with other immigration professionals from all over the country, if you want to learn from the experts that we have in this business, then please get registered for the training. Get registered today so you acquire your additional bonus. And again, you could do it online, www.latinimmigration.org, or toll free 855-558-8470. Also, while you're there, please look at our membership benefits page, and there you will see the variety of benefits that we make available through our industry trade association. And that will give you, again, a little bit of a preview of the membership benefits. And then just as an additional bonus and an additional side note, when you do our training class and you complete our training program, you're going to get a certification from Latin American Immigration Association. That certification you'll be able to share with your clients, letting them know that you're part of a national trade association and that you have taken in-depth training on the fundamentals of immigration document preparation. And also, again, we have a fantastic membership of support, ongoing support, so that you will have access to our immigration experts. You'll be able to ask questions and answers. We have another program we call Ask an Immigration Pro, in which we'll put you directly in touch with our team of immigration paralegals to help you with questions and answers, case support. And again, we've got about, I think, 18 different benefits when you become a member of our organization. And together, let's try to bring some major change to this arena of immigration services, non-legal practitioners. And again, I am so proud to be able to be a part of this organization and to serve the communities together. So anybody, please, if there's any questions that you guys have, one thing I want to do is I want to thank everybody for being here. You know, we started our training at 11 o'clock this morning. We went a little bit over 1 hour. I apologize for that. It's about 12:15 now. One thing that's so awesome is to see that 100% of you that started with us at 11 a.m. are still here at the very end, an hour and 15 minutes later. I thank you for that. It means the world to me. And again, if there's anything in terms of questions that you have, please feel free. I'm certainly ready, willing, and able to stick around for a little bit longer and field any questions that you guys have. I know that Melvin had a question that he put in. Let's take a look at Melvin. Are there any requirements from USCIS to be an immigration consultant professional? So the answer to that, Melvin, is no. USCIS does not regulate immigration consultants. Immigration consultants are regulated on a state level, okay? Now, there is something that is known as a BIA accreditation, and that's done through a different part of the government. When you're BIA accredited, you're basically one of the requirements to becoming BIA accredited is that you must be a nonprofit organization. So we do have individuals that take our training workshop that are interested in becoming BIA accredited, and certainly what they'll do is they will take our training workshop to really kind of get a lot of the nuts and bolts, of knowing the forms, and then the next move is that they will make, the next step to their BIA accreditation. But again, USCIS is not the government entity that regulates immigration consultants. Let's see, Alex is saying, I want more information about practicing in Texas as a nonprofit. So Alex, what you want to do is you want to do some research on becoming a BIA accredited organization or individual, right? BIA accredited organization or individual. So in terms of BIA accrediting, a recognition and accreditation, it's done through the Department of Justice. So you want to go ahead and take a look at the Department of Justice website, and on that website, it will get into further information on BIAs and the nonprofit status, and how in terms of all of the information with regards to that. Now, the BIA accreditation, they don't provide you any vocational training really. So our program is a perfect fit for somebody looking to go through BIA accreditation. They'll do our training workshop first so that they really get the nuts and bolts of the whole process. And then as the second step, they'll go beginning their BIA accreditation journey. I hope that helps. Okay, everybody. Anybody else? Anybody else? I hope that you guys. Found this training to be informative and useful. Jessica, thank you so much. Jessica says, I look forward to seeing you in Los Angeles. I'm signing up today. Thank you, Jessica, so much. Thank you. Maria, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And Maria says, I'm going to sign up for the online training. Thank you, Maria. Thank you. We look forward to working with you, and we look forward to basically meeting you in class. Thank you. Perfect, everybody. So again, please contact us, either Fabian or Adrian, 855-558-8470. If there is any other questions, Ernst, thank you so much. Appreciate it. So again, I'd like to thank so many of you that were on today: Alex and Melvin, Ernst, Sean, Jessica, Maria, Melvin, Roberto, thank you. Thank you so much. Let's see. Sean has a question. You mean we have to set up a nonprofit organization in order for us to incorporate this service in our insurance company? Sean, which state are you in? I think you're in California, I believe. Yeah. No, so Sean, you're good. California is simple. You do not have to be a nonprofit in California. In California, all you need to do is you need to file your application for becoming an immigration consultant with the California Secretary of State. It's a very simple application process, a 1 or 2 page application. You just have to go through the live scan process, which is the background check. And then also in California, part of your application process is securing what's known as a security bond, a surety bond, what's known as an immigration surety bond. So California, yep, an awesome state in terms of offering immigration consulting services. we've trained a lot of people from all over the country, and California is certainly, of course, one of our big states. Hope that helps. Yep, you're welcome, Sean. Perfect. All right, everybody. Thank you so much again. I wish you guys a very, very happy day. And again, if there's anything that we can help you out with, let us know. Visit our website, like our Facebook page, Latin American Immigration Association, and please take advantage of that special bonus. I want to be able to donate that 1 hour of time with you guys. I think it will be very valuable for you. And again, we will look forward to seeing you guys in class and look forward to bringing you guys on board as immigration crusaders. And happy Valentine's Day to you as well, Sean. Thank you so much. Have an awesome, awesome day, everybody. God bless, and we'll talk to you guys soon.